Hi, welcome to all of you. In this particular video, I am going to explain related to the multivariable function. So when I say multiple variable, that means independent variable. So when we have a two dimension, in two dimension we have one independent variable and another one is a dependent variable. So when we say y equal to x plus 1, so here x is independent variable and y is dependent variable. So here we need two dimension space. So we need always one more than the independent variable as a dimension. So when we have a one independent variable, we need two dimension, one more than the independent variable to plot that graph. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So to graph a function, we must have one dimension more than the number of independent variable. So similarly, if we have function like that x square plus y square. So can you tell me how many independent variables are there in this particular function and how many dependent variables are there? So if you think that x and y is an independent variable and this z is dependent variable. So how many dimensions required to plot the graph for this particular version? So as I said you that always we need one more than the independent variable. So as we have a two independent variable here, so we need three dimension to plot this graph. One is this y-axis, x-axis, and corresponding to x and y is value of x and y, we will be having value on z-axis here. So you can see this particular graph. I will show you the demo for this particular three-dimension graph. So if you see this particular graph, here we have a x-axis, y-axis. Let's suppose this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. For each and every, if you take any point here, so this is, let's suppose, x0, y0. So for this particular point also we will be having some point in this x z direction. If you take any point here, we will have point over this z. So for each and every point or tuple of x0 and y0, x1, y1, x2, y2, we will have a corresponding value over z. So that is the function value. So this z is the function value. The function could be anything, x square plus y square, let's suppose, or x square plus y square minus 4, anything. So if you put x and y inside this, it will give you value over z. So this is two dimension. When we have, let's suppose, w x square plus y square plus z. So can you tell me how many independent variable here we have? So x, y and z, three independent variable, and w is dependent variable. So for this, as I said to you, we always need one more than the independent variable. So three independent variable means we need four to plot this graph to see the function value. So the four dimension we cannot visualize that. We can see that, okay, in respect of time the surface is moving, the x, y and z value, actually that surface is moving in respect to the time, so that we cannot visualize. Actually we can visualize this three dimension only. So this is the actual meaning of this multivariate function. So let's see kind of demo, and let's. So if you see this particular graph, so this is nothing but a graph of x square. So this x square, and if you see the slope here, so this is the slope actually. So if you see here, at this point, this particular arrow is showing it is slope is in negative. So if you see here, the slope is minus 2.2. As we go up, the slope will be very much negative, minus 3.6, then minus 4. But if you go down like that, it will be minus 2.6, then minus 1.2, ultimately it will be 0 here, as we know that this is the critical point where the slope is 0. So we take the first derivative, equate to 0, and then find all the critical points, and then we decide whether that particular point is maximum value, or the function is giving maximum value or minimum value. So that we have to decide by the first derivative test or second derivative test. So the same thing we will do in multivariate function also. But let's visualize this, what is the meaning of the slope in single independent variable. So in this direction the slope is actually increasing, if you see here as you go above. So in dimension where we have a one independent variable, the slope, or actual meaning of slope is that, is what, the slope of this black line is what, the tangent line on each individual point over curve. So the slope is nothing but giving the slope of this particular black line, which is nothing but a tangent line for each and every point over this curve. Here the curve is y equal to x square. So you can see this is the slope. That's why we, this is the way we find out the slope for one any particular function in two dimension where we have a one independent variable. Similarly, you just try to visualize same thing in this 2D. So this is the three dimension function where we have a two independent variable, and the function is nothing but 4 minus x square minus y square. So if you see this one, so you can see here we have, this is the surface. Try to remember one important point. In two dimension we have a curve, but in three dimension we will always have a surface. There will not be a curve over there. So we have to find out the slope. When we say we have to find out the slope on surface, what is the actual meaning of that, that we will discuss it. Let's first visualize this graph, and then I will discuss the partial derivative, then I will explain what is the meaning of the slope of on surface in 3D. So if you see here, you can visualize this by rotating it in any direction. If you go here and now you visualize this one, so this particular face, if you are looking in this direction, so this is the xz plane, and if you just rotate like that, then this is yz plane. So we have a two direction, one is xz plane and yz plane. Now let's see this one. When I am moving x and y value, so when x is 0 and y is 0, if you see here, so the function is giving the maxima at the top. If you see here, this is the top. So when I am fixing x 0 and y 0, for x 0 and y 0, this is giving maxima. Similarly, if you fix y and then you rotate x, so you see what is happening. So this is on the plane of yz. Just rotate this and see in xz plane, then what is happening. So I have, if you see here, this left side, I have fixed y equal to 0, so y is fixed, and then I am moving x value. So if you see here, it is giving a kind of curve. So try to understand this fact when I will explain partial derivative, the meaning of this fixing one axis and then rotating another axis, what is the actual meaning. So if you fix y equal to 0 or any value in y axis, then you just rotate or move x value, what is actually happening, this is nothing but a two dimension, and it is giving curve in respect to this one. So if you see here, this is curve, and if you rotate and go to, so can you see here, when I have fixed the x axis and when I am rotating y axis value on y axis, it is again giving one curve. So this is nothing but it is curve. By fixing one axis, if you move on another axis, that will also give you one kind of curve that you can visualize here. So let's go and discuss the partial derivative. So what does the derivative of multivariate function look like, which we have already discussed? So the multivariate function will be f x y, where we have a x and y independent variable, is a function in R3. It's a three dimension. So what is the actual meaning of when we talk about the slope in three dimension? Is it the slope of the surface at a point? When I am talking something, let's suppose I want to find out the slope on this particular point on this 3D. You just see here on this particular point. So what is the actual meaning of the slope? We know the actual meaning of slope in two dimension. Slope is nothing but the slope of a tangent line on a particular point over curve. What is the meaning in this three dimension? Is it the meaning that the slope of the tangent line to the surface at a particular point? Can we say that like that? What is the actual meaning? I want to know what is the actual meaning of the slope in this three dimension. We are clear on the one dimension, two dimension, but what is the actual meaning in three dimension? So here, to find the slope of the tangent line to a surface at a particular point, we must give the tangent line a direction. So when we say that the slope of the tangent line to the surface at a point, so when we have a one direction, two dimension, and when we have a curve, and we want to find out the slope, here we direction is fixed. Either you will go this way or this way, or here this way or this way. But if someone is saying the tangent line on this particular point, in which direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, how many direction would be there? If you take the tangent line on particular point in 3D, how many direction you expect? This will be infinite many directions. So how can you find out the slope of a tangent line on surface on particular point? So for that we have to fix the direction, and that direction we have to fix in x-axis and y-axis. So when we say find the tangent line in respect to x-axis, that means fixing y and finding in respect to x. When we are saying find the tangent line in respect to y-axis, that means fixing point in x-axis and moving towards y-axis. So when we fix the direction on 3D or multivariable except 2D, then only we can find out the slope of a tangent line on surface for particular point. So what is the conclusion here? Idea of treating a variable as a constant and then ensuring that the tangent line is in the direction of other variable is called partial derivative. So when you fix one axis and you roam in another axis, and then if you fix that another axis and then you come forward or move here and there by fixing one variable, and if you find the tangent line slope of that tangent line in another axis, that is called a partial derivative. So now let's see what is the notation for this partial derivative. So first derivative in 2D we say dy by dx, but we cannot write the same thing in for this partial derivative. So the partial derivative is nothing but del of f and del of x. So differentiate function f in respect to x by fixing y. So when you say del f of del x by holding, so this is holds y constant, so it gives slope of tangent line to the surface at a point in x direction with respect to x. So when you say del f by del x, so you hold, if this is, let's suppose, y, so you put y equal to 5 and then try to find out the slope of tangent line to the surface at a point in x direction. So you will be moving in this direction respect to y. You say del f by del y, actual meaning is that you are holding x as a constant. This will give you a slope of a tangent line to a surface at a point in x direction with respect to in point in y direction, this is y, with respect to y. So this is y. So let's do some partial derivative of a function. So let's take some examples here. So let us take some example and let's solve. So example here is that we have a function f x y equal to 2x square y cube minus 3x square y plus 2x square plus 3y square and plus 1. So now let's do the partial derivative in respect to x and y both. So just for your information, when we have, so differentiate dy by dx, constant and then function fx. So what to do? So this is constant, to take the constant out and then differentiate this function x. So other things, so when we say that del f by del x, so that means differentiate this particular function in respect to x. So when we say in respect to x, that means wherever the y is there, that we have to keep constant or fix it. So for this one, if you see here, so y would be constant, so y cube we will take it out and then we will differentiate for this. So if you differentiate it, what will happen? This is x power n, so this is nothing but 2 into 2x, then minus here also y will come out and then this will be 3 into 2x, here it will be 2 into 2x, here both are constant, 3 is also constant, y is also constant. So wherever the constant, differentiation of constant is nothing but 0. So this is constant, so this will be 0. This is also constant, so this will be 0 because we are doing differentiation in respect to x. So that's why we are keeping y as a constant and here 3 is also constant. So what is the value? 2 to 4x y cube minus 6x y plus 4x. So this is the partial derivative in respect to x for this particular function. Try to understand this. This is really important when we will find out the maxima and minima in the next video. So this concept will be applicable over there. So now let's do the partial derivative in respect to y. So here we have done in respect to x, here we will do in respect to y. So wherever y is there, we will keep x as a constant. So 2x square y cube, so this is out, this is constant. Here minus 3x square, this is constant, this is constant because we are doing in respect to y. And then we have to do, there is no, so this will be a constant here because we are doing in respect of y. So this will be 0. The differentiation of 3y square will be 6y and 1 is 0. So if you differentiate it, 2x square 3y square, 3x square y differentiation is nothing but 1, x power 1 is nothing but x if you differentiate it. Then this is 0, 6y plus 0. So 2x square, so this is nothing but 6x square y square minus 3x square plus 6y. So this is the partial derivative into with respect to y. Let's take one more example. So another example is f x y equal to e power x cos y e power y sin x. Now find out the del f by del x. So whenever I am saying del x in respect to x, wherever y is there, that will be the constant. So this is cos y. So this will come out, and differentiation of ex is nothing but ex itself. And then we have a ey and sin x. So here we have a y. So this is will come out, and sin x differentiation is nothing but cos x. So this is the final one, ex cos y plus this is ey cos x. When you differentiate in respect to y, so x would be constant. So here, so this is cos y and ex. So ex would be out, and cos y differentiation is nothing but sin y. And then here ey and sin x. So it is minus ex sin y plus ey sin x. So this is in respect to y and x, and I hope you would have understood what is the meaning of that. When we are doing differentiation with respect to x, so we are fixing taking y as a common, and when we are doing in respect to y, then we are fixing x as a common. So then we are trying to find out the slope of the tangent line over surface for that particular points. So if you have any question, please put it in comment box. I will try to answer as much as possible. So thank you for now.